Morning, welcome back to Calm in a Crazy World. This week I wanted to focus a little bit on overwhelm and exhaustion, which is kind of the theme of the month that I'm working around, and just to think about how we even recognise that we're overwhelmed and exhausted, and what are the signs of being sort of close to the edge of that, I guess. I think sometimes it can be a bit like being a frog in boiling water, where things build up, you start to take on more responsibility, or you feel duty bound, or you feel that you're the only one who can do something, or that something relies on you. And it can coincide with several things happening in your life all at once, family, friend, things happening that you would like to help with, things at work, things to do with maybe your health, or different things that all come at once. And you keep going through it because you have to. There's this sort of driven feeling that you have to. And before you know it, you're kind of coming close to running on empty, because you've kept going and kept going and kept going, and haven't really recognised the signs of stress developing as you've been going along. It's a bit like a frog in boiling water, just warming up gradually until it's too late and you realise you're completely depleted. So I suppose I wanted to just have a think around, how do you recognise the signs? Because the problem is that you can be so much in your mind thinking about everything that needs to be done that you disconnect from your body and recognising the signs in your body. And you can disconnect as well from your heart and soul, what you actually want to be doing and how you want to be living your life. Before you know it, you're kind of like an automaton, just going through the motions, get up, coffee, go, and come back, eat, flop. That sort of, there's no sort of joy or pleasure left. It's just got to get on with things, and your mind is wearing. You might be getting short and irritable. There's an emotional numbness, feeling disconnected from yourself, disconnected from the people around you more and more, as well as you just go on automatic. And then you might start feeling more, you're not feeling, but you might start having more tension around your jaw, your shoulders, breathing more shallowly, if that's a word. And having a kind of complete loss of perspective, where you're really feeling like, I can't, I have to do whatever it is I'm doing. It rests on me, that everything's hanging on me. There's a sense of over-responsibility that can come as well, leading us to take on more and more and keep going. So, obviously, you come to a stage of knowing at some level, I'm carrying too much, I'm completely overwhelmed, I'm completely exhausted, I've got to keep going. I don't know how this will ever change, but I know, you start to be able to feel it in your body, I think, but not know how to switch off from it or change it, because everything's too set. Like, how will anything ever change? So this week I wanted to think a little bit about how do we create space in that? How do you create space when you're in that? How do you create moments to slow down, pause, become more and more aware of how you're feeling in your body and of what's driving you? What are the underlying feelings or pressures or values or ways of thinking that are driving you to take on everything that you're taking on? And I do understand that at times, you know, things do genuinely coincide, and you find that you're in a patch where there is a lot happening that you need to tend to. But I think also that when that's happening, there is space. There are a few seconds or a few minutes in a day where you can find space to reconnect with yourself rather than disconnect completely. And when it isn't that there's just a lot coinciding all at once, then you can really, I think, start to create more and more space and come closer to your heart and soul again, and connect with yourself again more easily, because you can allow more time to focus on that. So I think this week it's really just about thinking, you know, becoming aware of how am I with creating balance in my life? How do I recognize the signs of stress or overwhelm in my body? How would I like to start creating a little bit of space for myself each day? What helps me feel calmer or steadier, less irritable? What would it look like for me genuinely to come back to a state of balance? What would I like my life to look like? Okay, so I'm going to give you a few journaling prompts, I think. I'll just write them out and show them to you so you have them to refer to if this is something that you want to work with and reflect on. I think next week we'll do another sort of deeper relaxation again, just to help your mind and body switch off. 10 minutes. But I think it's helpful to think just about, even if you only have 30 seconds or a minute in the day, how do you switch off? And in fact, we could do that now together if you like, just for a minute. Let's do that now. So wherever you are, whether you're standing, sitting, lying down, whether you're in a busy place or a quiet place, doesn't matter, as long as you're not driving. Don't do this if you're driving or operating heavy machinery. But wherever you are, just bring your attention for a moment to your body and the position of your body. So if you're sitting, you might want to just feel how your shoulders feel. Feel whether there's any tension there. Let them drop. Feel your hands. Feel if there's any tension there. Let them fall open. Feel your neck. You might want to just turn your head a little. Just real gentle movements. Real gentle movements, just easing out any stiffness or tension. If you put your head right back, then keep your mouth open. You can just turn your head from side to side and up and down. And let your body soften and slow. Let everything just feel a bit looser, a bit softer. Bring your attention to your breathing. And you don't have to change anything, just notice where you feel your breathing. Are you feeling it here in your chest? Do you feel it in your abdomen. Where is your body moving as you breathe? And just breathe for a few moments. Just observe your breathing. Okay, and that's all. Just create a few moments of space to start with. I'll put some journaling prompts for you to see, but I think we'll put them on a download for you. So I'll put the link to a download, a free download, so you can just grab those journaling prompts if you want to use them to help you think about your sort of current state of overwhelm or exhaustion and how you want to create a bit of space. I think I'll also put the link to my 10-day reset, which is also free and is just again a sort of prompt for you to help you connect with your senses for a few minutes each day for 10 days. And there are a couple of mini relaxations in there as well. So have a look at those resources if you're feeling like you're really close to running on empty, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling exhausted, and you feel like you might have been the frog coming to boiling point without realizing, then have a look at those. Help yourself to just step back before you become really depleted. Okay, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.